Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about AITX. Okay, so I actually did go to the AITX Discord, which is pretty easy to access. You just go to here, then you go here, and you click AITX Discord, and then there's the website. You click on there, and you can see a live feed of what they're saying. Sometimes I like to go in there and just see what's going on. What are they thinking? What's going on in their little brains? Apparently, they've been buying the top. They've been buying, yeah, up here. We're smarter than that. Let's not do that. Do not buy right now. Let it come back down to 0025, 0026. Let it come down nice and cheap. We've been here already before. We know how it likes to move. I don't understand what people were thinking yesterday because some people were buying up here, and I'm like, why would you buy up there? That doesn't make. Why would you chase? See, this is why you watch this channel and you buy bottoms. You buy when it gets real cheap down here under 003, not chase the top like a sucker. And I recognized yesterday, right? Yesterday I saw this. I saw this big green candle, and I said, like, if we don't get another big green candle like this and break five to go to 006, that's probably because we're going to go down. Like, we needed this second candle to close green. The fact that it didn't, I got out. I was like, okay, guys, I'm selling. I'm not holding this because it's not looking like we're going to get a 300%er here. It's going to be a nice 50%, sure, but it's not going to be the big move that we wanted. Either way, 50% is 50%. I'm not chasing it. We buy bottoms here on this channel. And if you haven't joined the free Discord, the link will be in the description below. But I told everyone yesterday, like, hey, 005 ATX, watching for 006, setting a sell limit order at 006 and exiting my position. You don't need to follow through with what I do. My game plan was always to exit at 006 for the 100% gains. I am content with that. Feel free to hold if you think it'll go higher. If the stock fails to go to 006, I will exit end of day. And then when I recognized in the morning, like, oh yeah, this isn't gonna, just the way it was moving in the morning, I was like, this isn't gonna go to 006. And so I just sold it at 0046 and yeah, exited all positions right like 10 minutes after open because I'm like, nah, that's not moving like it normally would. And we've had multiple runs and it was just not moving like it normally would. It normally would immediately, yeah, it would gap up and would just keep going. Like the selling pressure would just be completely offset by the buyers. But that's not what was happening early in the morning. So I recognized that and I'm like, okay, I'm getting out. I'm just getting out. And yeah, I was correct. That was the right move. Now the SPY is dumping. The market as a whole is dumping. So I kind of that I don't know if that had anything to do with AITX not being able to have a big run today, but either way, yeah, I even said a very disappointing run for AITX, but 50% is 50%. Of course, I'm going to be happy with 50%. Of course, $3,000, 50% of that. Ooh, you better believe I'm going to buy McDonald's. McDonald's. SPY closed under 500 tomorrow should be interesting. It's do or die for bulls. I'll be looking to reload AITX under 003. That is going to be the game plan. Someone click like, oh pal. Yeah, the game plan's going to be the same. We're just going to rinse and repeat now. When the stock has bottomed out on the monthly, let me zoom out. Let me make this bigger. Let me pull up the monthly. I've showed you guys this before. Let me just show you here. Probably this entire area here. That's your monthly demand, and here's your monthly supply. I think that much is clear. Maybe you see things differently, sure, but this is what I see. So what I'm seeing on the monthly is, wow, anytime it goes under 003, let's just start loading. Look at these run-ups here. Every time it's gone under a penny, it's always had these run-ups, run up, run up, run up. These little pops, that's fine. Here it had a little pop. These little pops are fine. That's cool. We get to make our 30 to 50%. I mean, wasn't the big run that we were expecting. I guess that'll happen towards end of year. It'll have to wait. I'm not desperate. I'm good. I'll buy at 003. I think the AITX Discord are investors, so they just kind of buy whenever. Although I don't understand their logic. Like, oh my god, it's running. Let me buy the top. Let me buy at 004 instead of waiting for it to come down to 003 or 002 or 0025. Like, you can buy half price, double the amount of shares. So I don't get that logic. I don't like, even I'm an investor, and you better believe I want to buy a lot of Nvidia, but I'm not gonna buy Nvidia at 1,000. I'll wait until the stocks wait, or I'll wait for a bear market and let it come down nice and cheap. I can be patient. I'm not just gonna throw. Yeah, I don't get it, but that is it for the video. That is the game plan. That's not a knock on them. I know that sounds like a knock on them, but I don't understand it. Like, why not just wait for 002? Why chase? It's almost like they don't keep track of the market conditions either. Like AITX, look at SPY. Look what's happening. We broke 500. That was a big level, and we're just red. This is gonna be a big red week, right? Another one. I think it's like the fourth, third big red week. Look at that. Look at this. This spells. This is like the start of a bear market or just a temporary downtrend in the overall uptrend. We've been running hot for a long time. I get that people get excited during a bull market, but eventually we're gonna pull back. And unfortunately, I think AITX had its run probably at the worst time possible because this is probably the worst run we've had. I mean, here we went 300. Here we went from what 0025. Yeah, 100% here. Here, yeah, here you got another 100% opportunity here if you bought at 0025. 50% if you sold on that first day. Depending, it really depends on where you bought. But we get some pretty big runs here. I mean, look at this. It went from 0056 to 137. So this was one of like the weakest runs for AITX. Probably not the weakest, but one of the weakest for sure. I was able to recognize that. So hopefully you guys got out because if you bought a 003 and you're selling right now, you're kind of only flipping it for like what 10%, 15. Whereas I sold it for 50%. So that's why you got to have a game plan. Don't listen to other people if they tell you, "Oh, I'm holding for $1. I can't wait for 1 penny. I can't wait for $1.7." Sure, maybe one day it'll be worth dollars after a reverse split, but even I at least can't even get to dollars organically. Like it if it goes to dollars, it's gonna be hopefully not through a reverse split, but it's seeming likely that's how it's gonna be. Again, not a knock on them. It's just I don't know why you wouldn't wait for it to just come down. We've seen the patterns. Maybe they don't look. See, these are people that probably don't watch my channel, so they're just buying whenever. Point 32 is where I have my buy. Point 35, well, it's Friday. What do you expect? Let's see. Hoping for a nice jump and hold today. Yeah, that's not. These people don't understand how it works. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. He's hoping for a nice. Yeah. That's no. But we still have a nice jump for the week at this point. Yeah, it was a nice jump. Those who took advantage, who follow my channel, definitely made money and got out. Let's hope for a nice jump today. And another jump to 0055. These people really don't know how it works. I think that's about as far as back as we can go. But yeah, you'll notice a lot of people they just don't even know. They don't even know what they're doing. They're buying up here. We're buying cheap and we're selling it to them at the. That's actually pretty bad. I'm totally ragging on them at this point. Like, but I really don't mean to. It's just really, guys. You're supposed to be the AATX Discord. Don't you have anyone smart in there that tells you like, hey, I think the best time to buy, guys, is just wait for it to come back down to 003. The market as a whole is dumping. Probably not a bad idea for us to hold off on the buying. Like that would actually be a smart move. So congratulations, pat yourself on the back if you were smart enough to just take your profits, recognize that it wasn't going to have another run, especially with the way the market was moving, and get out at 005 or 004, and you made money for sure. Especially if you loaded at 0025, 003, you still made something. Yeah, you made like 25% if you sold at 004, if you bought it at 003, I believe. That's still something. And these guys, we sold it to these guys, mind you. No need to get into it. No need to get into it over nothing. 304 million shares traded today. Tomorrow's another chance at fives and sixes. Yeah, that's not how that's not how it works. These people are paying too. These guys don't know what they're talking about. I thought they were smarter over there. I thought they were like a little more intelligent over there with their like they don't even know how to read charts. They need a chart guy in there. Holy crap. Guys, do not join the yeah, don't join the Atlas Discord, but don't join the AITX Discord unless you like buying unless you like buying my stocks when I'm selling them at the top. I just want to point out that between yesterday and today, nearly 1/20th of the total shares have been cycled through at a higher price. This seems like the momentum the momentum is shifting for the better. This was from yesterday. Okay, let them take their peanuts. 50 to 100% is not peanuts. I sold my entire position at 0049 and bought more shares at double. Okay. See, I was gonna applaud him for a second, like, hey, you bought it, you sold at near the top. Congratulations, you're smarter than most already. But then he bought back in at 0043, 0044. Huh? Like this guy buys at the worst. These people buy at the worst times. Please be careful if you're in the TX Discord. I did not realize they were that bad at buying at the best times and knowing when to sell. All right, guys, that's it for the video. I did not realize. I was gonna go into this AITX Discord and like congratulate them, like, wow, these guys are smart. But no, it looks like they don't know how the market works. Like they're buying up here. Like guys, zoom out. The best time to buy is down here under 0025. That's where I'm gonna buy, and I'll just sell it to them when because apparently they like to buy up there. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.